Welcome to DeKalb, Illinois, and home of the Northern Illinois Huskies, and we are looking forward to a sensational showdown that the fans have been ready for quite some time. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the Fresno State Bulldogs taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Northern Illinois Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Northern Illinois' offense will get the ball first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the count.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the pass.
And it's caught inside the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Gibson. Looking left. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's out past the 35. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Back open in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Intercepted.
Well, he started rolling to his right. Because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the play.
Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Gibson. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try to get outside. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's a kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense is still in identity mode.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Gibson. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let...
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Fresno State will have to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit.
Touchdown, Fresno State. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by a field goal over Charlotte. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. On the ground, it's Booth. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Leaves it with the running back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the ground with the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Huskies look to keep this drive humming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keep it on the ground. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Gibson. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Some much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
He'll bring it out. It's Franklin. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's going to let it go. He's got it on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Fresno State right back to the line. Now from inside the red zone. Here comes the heat. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown Bulldogs. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Gibson. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Wide open spaces. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They'll play it safe and try for 3. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads it downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Turning it on. Touchdown, Fresno State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. They'll go to the counter play. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his legs, it's Parrish. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the air, it's Pineda. There's the pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. Looking for the goal line. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end and looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Give to the running back. Hard running there. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5. So the final period starts with a second down play. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, it's Gibson. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Huskies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Muscling ahead on third and short.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Booth. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Gibson. They'll run the screen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Got a man. It's Franklin. Runs through the tackle. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
pulls and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. They're still firing away even with this lead. Looking for a huge play. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.